Alright, hi you guys. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. So I wanted to talk about my first week of wearing my natural hair like this short at work for the first time ever to work, I would say. I'm trying to think. Because I cut my hair before in like 2022, I want to say. But did I go to work with short hair? I don't think so. I think I covered it with a wig. But anyway, because it was like in the summertime, yeah. But anyway, especially working like where I work at with a lot of like I guess you want to say like high end or whatever type of people you want to call them, okay? Not bad people, you know, good people from my understanding and from me dealing with them every day. So and older people at that, okay? So they're like they're way older than me, like old enough to be my grandmother type. So well, at least the majority of them are. I just had this calling of just like, Shania, like, wear your natural hair. Like, you don't need wigs. Like, literally, that's like what I got. It was like, and my intuition was like, stop wearing weave, stop wearing fake hair. Like, you don't need it. You know what I mean? You want it, but you don't need it. And I kind of think that's like why my hair business didn't take off kind of like how I wanted it to take off, because I felt like I already knew, like I knew a lot about like the hair industry, and I was kind of like ignoring everything. And this is no shade to people who still wear weave, who still rock synthetic braiding hair and stuff like that. Like literally before I even, like the day before I went to work, like on that Sunday, like last Sunday, I was literally looking up freaking like kinky straight wigs and wigs that look like my hair texture, you know. So I'm like still like, I'm still getting over the fact that I'm not gonna be wearing fake hair. I don't know how long I like in my mind and how I feel like I'm never gonna wear fake hair again. But who knows? That can change, right? Things change, different seasons. Who knows? I might be one day I might wake up and I might like say F it, I'm gonna put a wig on. But as of now, it's like no way. I'm just like, I don't know. I just have this calling of just to like embrace who I am, embrace my natural beauty. You know what I mean? Embrace everything about me, about being a beautiful brown skin, dark skin woman, and just, you know, just to love me and embrace me. So that's like kind of where I'm at right now in this type of era, and I feel like it's really empowering to me, and hopefully it can empower or inspire other women to wear their natural hair. And it's, women have been wearing their natural hair for years. I remember like, I think like 2010, that's when like a lot of women started to not, to go natural, right? To stop wearing weaves and stop using perms and all that stuff, you know? And you know, I was watching YouTube. It was like really big on YouTube then, and I was like, you know, it caught my eye and all that stuff. I just didn't have the, I wasn't ready to do it. I didn't have the mindset, I guess, to do it. And yeah, I just wasn't ready. Even though that during that time, my hair was longer than this. You know what I'm saying? It was probably like to my shoulders, but I wasn't comfortable in my hair. It's not like I didn't like my hair. I always loved my hair. It was just like, it was different. I wasn't used to looking the way I looked with my natural hair, because I've always had braids. I've always had, I don't want to call them protective style. I always had styles. So, yeah, because some people call like braids protective style, but sometimes it's not really protective styling if you're not actually taking care of your hair underneath the braids, and you're not actually washing your scalp and, you know, doing all that stuff when you have your hair in braids. So it's not really protective style. Mitch, I'll probably talk about that in another video. And there's other YouTubers who have gone over this topic. Oh my god, I can't speak right now. Who have gone over this already on here on YouTube, so you can go find those videos or whatever. But there's a bunch already. So I'm not like, I don't know, I'm not trying to like start a movement because the movement's already been there type thing. I'm just like embracing myself and just like, Shania, I don't like, this is probably why your business didn't, you didn't like, it wasn't supposed to take off like you imagine it to take off, because like I don't want you like God's like, I don't want you wearing weave. Like literally, he doesn't want me wearing fake hair. He doesn't want me doing none of that. You know what I mean? Those can be for those people. You know what I mean? Those other girls that are doing that. So it's not to say like if someone wants me to but if someone wants me to make them a wig, I would probably more than likely be still willing to make them a wig. You know what I mean? Because it's something, it's kind of like, it's kind of like, how you say it, like therapeutic, because you know, you kind of like, you know, I like doing stuff with my hands. So I remember the first wig I made, I actually hand sewed it, and that was very therapeutic for me and stuff like that, and it's like rewarding, you know what I mean? So if someone out there who has cancer or is losing their hair or anything like that, I still I still am interested, I am interested in doing hair and stuff like that for those people, if they come to me, right? But I'm not gonna be like promoting it like I was, and it's like, wow, like I had an aha moment, you know what I mean? But anyway, so that's enough about that. But oh yeah, back to my first week of wearing my natural hair, right? So I want to talk about like when I first went to work. I was like, oh my god, like I hope, in my head I was like, I hope no one tries to touch my hair. I'm gonna be like, nope, don't touch my hair. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna sing the song too. No, but for real, I'm like, no one better not try and touch my hair, because that would piss me off, like it would. And then no one tried to touch my hair though, but I did get a lot of stares. And then I remember, I'm not gonna say who, but when they saw me, they're like, Shania, what did you do? And I'm like, what? Like, this is me. I started laughing. I'm like, dude, this is me, which I already knew people were gonna be like, oh my god, you look so different, you know, because I always have like my long blonde braids. I had, you know, my long like weave and my bob. Like I was really, that's why I was like, I was just getting tired of like thinking of what hairstyle I'm gonna do next month, or like how I'm gonna do my hair. And when I train, oh my god, when I'm like training consistently, it's like it was a hassle. And now I'm just like, wow, it's like less stress, I guess you can say, because I'm just like not thinking about what I'm gonna do to my hair next and all that, you know. And I still have all my wigs here, so, but I'm just like, and it's just like I look different with each hairstyle, you know. And I feel like, I don't know, I think different hairstyles bring out like a different side of you per se. Not to say you change the way you act, but like you act a little different. Some people don't say that, but some people, like, I don't know, you can see it. But yeah, I don't know, I just feel so much better. And like I think since like my confidence is like, it's always been high, but now it's just like, I don't know, I guess like on another level. And not as a, like in a cocky way, but just it's like like I know who I am as a person, you know. I've been through so much, and I just know I just know who I am. Hold on, I'll be right back and get some water. Okay, I'm back. But yeah, like I was saying, like I know who I am as a person, and I know, like, I don't know, I just feel blessed to even have hair. You know what I'm saying? And some people are like, oh well, it's just hair, like why does it matter, like I should be able to do whatever I want with my hair. And that's true, you can do whatever you want with your hair. I'm just saying like how I feel, and I just feel called to be my most authentic self, and that is just accepting me and where I'm at in my life. And my natural hair is just like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I just feel free. I feel liberated, if that's how you say it. Like, I feel like I am in like, I'm definitely not, I think I'm past 5D already. I feel like I'm like, I don't know. I feel like in my mindset, I'm operating like, there's different dimensions. I feel like, I don't know, what would I say? I don't know, 8D, 9D, I don't know. I'm like up, I feel like I'm up there, you know, as in my mindset. Like, I don't know how to explain it. especially since like I'm rocking my natural hair now, and it was such a like, it's like something like you're used to doing all the time, and then you just stop doing it, and it's like, wow, like what a relief, like a bondage. Like I don't know how to explain it, y'all. You probably think I'm crazy, but I don't know how to explain it. And I feel like there's a lot of other um and I'm not the only one that's like probably talking like this. There's other videos that I watched too of a girl, she went natural, and she just stopped wearing weaves, and she said like her grandmother and her aunties and her mom, they all had like an intervention. They're all talking like, what's like, why is she not, I don't know why she want to wear her natural hair, it doesn't look good, and blah 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 blah. Like they're like all like talking about her hair and talking about like she should do this to her hair and she should do that, and it's like, no, she wants to be free. She's like, I think she's in her higher version of herself. And not to say that, again, this is not to say that people who wear weave and who wear hair extensions are not in their higher self. I think everyone's on a different, we're all on different journeys. So I feel like it's just her calling was probably to not wear hair. It's the experience that she has to go through. And you know what I mean? So I feel like I don't want people to think like, oh, she thinks she's better than blah 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 because da 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 da. You know what I mean? Like, no, it's just our calling. Everyone's calling is different. So I feel like, I don't know, stepping up into my, you know, my healing goddess era type, and it feels good. I ain't gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? So, but, and yeah, I just feel like really free. And I was watching other videos too about, like I've been saying in my other videos when I was doing my 75 hard challenge, that how I want to lock my hair. And I do want to lock my hair. I really do. I do want to wait though until I have a little bit more hang time, till my hair is a little bit longer before I lock it up. But who knows? We'll see, because I'm going to be growing my hair out without protective styling, just like leaving it alone. Like today I did a shampoo, condition, leave-in conditioner, and then I put like some moisturizing cream and in my hair, and that's pretty much it. I didn't put like any edge control gel or anything like that. And yeah, so I'm gonna try my best to leave it alone. The only thing I think I'm gonna be doing to my hair is probably like picking it out, because like it shrinks, like my hair literally shrinks to like this, which is so funny. I'm like, come on, God, come on. Like, oh my God. Like, oh my God, like I'm like, God's funny, man. The Most High is funny, because you know, sometimes I'm just laughing like, dang, okay. But and then I just like pick it out, you know what I mean? Like I have a pick in my hair right now. So, but I'm just trying to figure out like different styles for my hair. Like our hair grows, you know what I mean? Like this is how the length of my hair was like 2 years ago, and it was already like to my shoulders. So I know it's gonna get there, but it's just, I want to grow my hair out without using like fake hair and stuff like that. So back to work. Okay, so the person was like, oh yeah, what did they say? Oh, okay. They're like, oh, like, what did you do to your hair? And I was like, what? Like, this is me. This is how I naturally look. And then, like, I can tell, like, they didn't like it. But I was like, I don't give a F, because this is me. Like, in my head, I'm like, I already know you don't like how my hair looks. But, like, this is what I was thinking in my head. Like, in my head, like, I already knew they're probably gonna say something. Like I already got the intuition already. Like I already felt the vibe. You know what I mean? And then which was funny, because as soon as I was like walking in, they're like right there, and I'm like, oh my God. And they're like, wow. They're like, what did you do to your hair? Like they didn't say what did I do to my hair. They're just like, what did you do? And I was just like, what do you mean? I was like, this is me. You know what I mean? And then they're like, and then I'm like, you know what I mean? You know those people that can't hide like how they feel about something, and it's like, you know those people that say like if you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say it at all type thing, which is what he was doing, but he couldn't, like, I could still see it in his face expression. So it's like, You're not a good hider. You know what I mean? So anyways, I felt the vibe, and then I remember they're like, "Oh, here's your new employee," and then the other person was like, "Oh," and I'm like, "Oh my god, I look that different." I'm like, "Damn, I didn't think I looked that different." And then they're like, "Oh, you're still cute. It's just," and then my other friend was like, or my other coworker was like, "I think you should just stop right there. I think you shouldn't say anything else." Because that kind of could have been like harassment, I guess you want to say. But I was just like, whatever, you know what I mean? Like, I honestly, that happened to me before. Actually, 2 times. Okay, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. I didn't know I was gonna bring this up, but we're gonna talk about it. The first time it happened to me was when I was working at a accounting firm. Right? They hired me when my okay, so I had my interview. They hired me when I had braids. I had black to ombre, blue and pink braids. Okay, down to like middle of my back. Like, yeah, long braids, right? And blue and pink, right? Okay, so mind you, so I was like, oh, I don't know if they're gonna hire me because like colored hair. You know what I mean? But they hired me because I was in school for medical billing and coding. So I was in school for like office work. So I got the job through my teacher. But anyways, the lady hired me and they liked me. Then like 2 weeks after I started working there, time for me to, you know what I mean, change my hair because I already had my hair in for like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, I think 4 weeks, pushing that. So it's time for me to change my hair. So I ended up dyeing, I made a wig, okay? Bleached it, dyed it, everything. I dyed my hair red. All right? It was red. And I went to work and I had my wig on. And then, like, I think, like, the second or third day, they called me into the office. They're like, Shania, your hair is, like, a little, like, it's too, I forgot I'm trying to think exactly what she said to me. I think she said something like it was, like, too much, or it was just, like, not appropriate or something like that. I swear I probably could have sued them, believe it or not. I probably could have. But I was like, okay, you know what? I really like the job. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, okay. So I end up changing my hair like I think that weekend or whatever. And then it was like black. And then they're like, and then when I went back and the lady was like, oh, it's like more professional now. She told me I look more professional. So, yeah. And then that kind of gave me like a weird taste in my mouth. Not gonna lie. I was just like, And then I end up leaving that job. I think I put like a 2-week notice in. I don't know if I put a 2-week notice in or if I think it was just a temporary position. I think I stayed until the position was over, and then I think I left. Yeah. So I don't think I quit. But yeah, and I thought it was strange because they had a natural redhead girl there. So I was like, so this is what I mean when I say like a lot of African American women, black women, whatever you want to call us, our hair is a big deal. People don't think it's a big deal, but it's a big deal. Especially, and it's crazy that it's such a big deal till now, like in 2025, right? You think it'd be more accepting, but we change our hair to make it more acceptable to society. You know what I'm saying? But it's like God didn't want us to look all alike. Obviously, he made us dark skinned, some of us, right? You know what I mean? We have round noses, big lips. He wanted us all to be different. But even though they know that, and you know what I mean, they still want us to look like them to kind of like get in. It's like, bruh, like, I don't know, like we been it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's just, I don't know how to explain it, but it kind of like, and it's kind of sad when you think about it, because it's like, damn, imagine how many people don't actually get jobs because of like the way they look. And it's not like it's like it's nothing we can change. Like, this is the way God made us. Like, he made me like this. He made me a brown woman, dark skinned woman with kinky curly hair. You know what I'm saying? So just like he made them a different color, a different nationality, I'm not gonna say, oh, you don't get this job because, you know, you have blonde hair, blue eyes, you have blonde hair, brown eyes, you have freckles, you have red hair. You like, I'm not gonna give this position to you because you look like the way you look like. Like, you feel me? I'm not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Even though you might qualify for everything, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're more than qualified for that position, but I'm not gonna give it to you based off what you look like. And this is how our people, this is what we deal with on the daily, like, for years. And I feel like in years, and it's gonna be years to come, because there's always gonna be that somebody that doesn't like them because of like what they portray our people to be. Like, this goes on to, like, I'm kind of getting off topic, but it goes on to like how they portray us on the news. They portray us as like hoodlums, crazy ass people, like doing crazy shit all the time. Yes, some of us do those things. If you want to catch the real freaking criminals, they're in the White House. That is literally where they're at. You can find, like, I was watching a video of New Breed. Yeah, that's who was saying. I was watching a video today, and New Breed, he went live, and I was on his live, and he was saying, like, if you want to find the real criminals, they're in the White House. You can catch like 20 of them right there. And I'm like, bruh, that's true. Like, they're bombing other countries. Like, what? That's crazy. That's crazy. But they want to portray our people as being like the most bad people. Like, what? Like, that irks my nerves. And it, like, man, it makes me sad. And it's like, bruh, this is crazy. And I know God hasn't forsaken us. I know he is watching over us still. And I feel like we are going through the things we're going through because, all right, sorry, my son came in. But I know, like, it's from New Breed's video too that he was talking about, and it made sense to me. And it's like, he's right, because our people have turned away from God, you know? So he put us in the hands of the devil, if you want to say. So, you know, we just need to be more accountable for ourselves and be our authentic selves and just repent. We need to really just focus on having a good relationship with the Most High and getting our life back in order. So I totally agree with what he's saying right now, because I'm like, dude, that makes sense. Like, why else will these people have their foot on our necks, like, day in and day out, and they don't want to let up? Why? It's like, bruh, we have to wake up. Like, we are the people that God's talking about in the Bible. We are God's chosen people.